Hey guys! Ugh. Oh, I need to. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let that play out. All right. I hope I'm coming through all right, and that the game's audio is coming through all right. You can't hear me, can you? I'm looking over at my mic right now, and I'm not seeing anything coming through my side. Okay. Oh no, my mic's on. Never mind. You can hear me. The desktop audio is not feeding though, and I can hear it. There's a problem there. Why are you not? Why am I picking up my own voice now? What are you grabbing? There we go. Now you should be hearing it. Ugh. Wouldn't be a Nick Nat stream without some technical issues, but we're back. Alright, so last time we managed to finish this door. Now, this one is a solid, like, 22 floors, I believe. I think, from what I understand, going forward, pretty much all of them are going to be, like, 25 long. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go through, really. Though I don't believe all of them are there. I think it's actually only 3 more that are that long. I think one of them is a little bit different. So, about 75 more floors to go. Yippee. But we're gonna get to it. Actually, I don't know if I looked through what team I have, but I want to make sure I did that right. I'll pull Yukari out to give Metis some levels. Jack, I'm not playing right now.
It's interesting seeing
not right
what
now.
Sonata-san was like in middle school. Maybe I'll be that.
This should be a good test of your strength. Don't get careless.
The persona's ready. Now!
It is time.
Oh, weak to win.
You really let him have it.
Don't hold anything back. Enemy signal destroyed.
I remember last time I accidentally knocked out a boss that I should have lost to by soloing it with Aegis, and it led to Aegis being remarkably overleveled.
Sister, it's our chance to go first. 2 enemies. You can take them. Such unbridled power.
But it's also kind of working in my favor because it means I got a lot more EXP out of that, and the existence of the EXP clocks means it's not that hard to catch people up. Honestly, I wonder if literally the most optimal way to play this would be to basically grind just Aegis up to level 99 and then immediately use the EXP clocks. And then, or not immediately, but as you see them use the EXP clocks to catch people up. It would be the funniest way to play, at least.
Such an shall I take charge? I call summoning persona.
Let's see, what's going on in FGO right now? Oh yeah, Demeter. Demeter in FGO is hilarious. Honestly, when I saw the 5-star C, I thought it was going to be Hawkerno, actually. Or not Hawkerno, Violet, but no. Sure, that's easy EXP. Getting those early is actually going to be really helpful. The earlier I can get a copy of that, the better. Repel slash. Actually, that's really nice for if I move him over, and that's a repel skill. So even if it's useless on him, moving him over somewhere is probably good. I'm gonna get rid of Virus Breath. I don't really feel like I need Virus Breath. Not that I need Repel Slash, he literally already does it, but it's something to inherit. I think Realm and I talked about that last time, too. Is that every there? Yep. Oh my god, we're already starting with these. It's better to get it done now, early on, than to have it happen later. Oh, it's fearful.
It's our chance to go first. 2 enemies. You can take them.
Keep it together.
I crit him, probably, but I'm curious to see. Maybe it's a weakness? No, it's just a crit.
And now,
Hey, look at that.
it's all over. This I'm going up fast.
Ooh, nope. So that's just better in Arrow Rain.
After we escape the I'll start preparing the analysis.
Wish I had a one fire attack on him, but
Good choice.
And now,
Let's go.
the way Palinemi spins, it's hilarious.
that's how we do it. I'm always happy to team up with everyone.
Four enemies. They aren't much of a threat. Good move, Proton.
Persona's ready. Now!
Shall I take charge? Here I go. Summoning. Virus entering.
We're one of those doors. What should we do?
First thing I'm going to do is actually going to heal. Oh, no, Ken's a healer. There we go. Not great for dungeons, but he'll last.
Just watch me.
All right.
All right. The strong one. Be on your guard.
Okay, that one blocks dark.
Will this work?
Now.
Hmm.
Don't care anymore. Amadakun's losing it. You need to calm down. This is my resolve. Persona, engage.
Are you guys going to be weak to nothing? That's going to be my luck. Guaranteed it.
My choice.
Oh yeah, I found you. I found one.
That is not an enemy down. The strong one. Be on your guard.
I haven't tested fire. I'm going to go on a limb and say that thing's weak to fire, but I can't really say for certain. Let's help Ken,
Come on.
though. Yep. Fire and ice.
Barely avoided. I just evaded the attack. We can do this. Yes. You're my friends.
The first Monad door run is always the most interesting.
Persona's ready.
I don't imagine it'll keep being this interesting, but you know. Oh, I know it won't keep being this interesting, but it's always nice to do this first one.
And now,
Doing the next 5 times I go to the same Monad door is going to get tedious. So.
I can do this.
All right, fire. I believe Black Frost is my current fire persona. He is pretty good. I have him. Aguilau. Yeah, actually, no. You're probably my stronger fire persona. I need to avoid you because you're weak. You're going to be weak to Herculean strength. And then I've got a healing persona. Okay. If you weren't weak to Herculean strike, I'd think about it.
The enemy. Maximum firepower. Ammunition. Weapon free.
Ouch. He reflects physical. What do you know?
Such a wild power. Amadakun's down. He needs help. Now it's my turn. You're back in the fight. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, that's a full physical reflection.
Plan on this.
Oh my god, and one say he reflects slashing as well.
You've got more incoming. Basic maneuvers. Amadakun's afraid.
Persona's ready.
Help him.
When I get to Aegis, I'll use her turn for Mipacho.
Abnormality detected. Enemies striking scary with you. Someone might run. This is my
Oh, almighty. Okay.
Tomato-kun, be careful.
Someone's weak to fire. Okay. Alright. I still need to test light. I'm gonna throw out and say you're probably weak to light. You're for some reason I'm feeling ice or light on you.
Ready to switch in. I'm ready.
I want to test light.
Here you go, Mark.
In theory, I should heal using you, but
Help us. Call an enemy. Tomato-kun, be careful. Keep it together.
at least I know you aren't going to do much in terms of damage in this fight.
My thing. I appreciate it. Summoning. Something else.
I should focus on testing the other elements on you guys. So electric is probably the one I should pull out.
Persona. Engage. The enemy was unaffected. A hit. Your attack power's been reduced. Light doesn't seem to be effective.
Basically, it's gonna be ice or physical then on you, and wind probably on you.
Now.
I'll start with ice on you because you're
That didn't work. Tomato-kun,
resistant. Okay, so you're resistant to everything. Let's bully this first one.
enemy eliminated.
Okay.
Point, Kuro-chan. Scared. I guess. Is she going to be okay with this? Persona. I can do this. No.
You tried to instant death me.
Should I scan on this enemy?
What bastard?
Darkness has no effect on this enemy. What's
I
this?
need to test you on wind.
This is my
And ice, actually, for that matter. But
I guess. Is she going to be okay like that?
one of you is weak to that, or I crit. You're both weak to that?
Knock one down.
Well, at least that makes it easy to get you. At this point, this fight's over then.
Successfully avoided. I'll end this. It is time. This is my duty.
Alright, now it's last wave. Well, I guess you're still technically alive.
Menace hit the enemy's weakness. You're doing great. That hit a weakness. This work. You're the best, Kuro-chan. Just watch. Thank you very much. Summoning. Persona, engage. Enemy reinforcements. Amada-kun, your attack power is down.
So technically I only need to figure out one weakness on this guy.
Menace is shocked. Looks like she can't move. Persona's ready.
Win. Alright, yeah, it's only a single enemy with an actually pretty easy to hit weakness. This is not gonna be tough unless you set something crazy up.
It is time.
I should not pull up Haridi because Haridi's weak to electric. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you out. Even though Haridi's gonna be the more efficient wind user.
Don't hold anything back. Well done avoiding that, Amada-kun. It didn't work. Electricity's keeping Kuro-chan from moving.
That's fine, we just about have this.
What is optimal? That's a win for the team.
Can someone say anticlimax? Ooh. Two to 5 week, 2 to 4 week. Yeah, it's just better. Ooh, a shift amp. That's not a terrible idea on you. Yeah, then again, typically I'm setting up with him too. Probably wouldn't be that good. Nah, I don't really like insta-death.
Oh, hello.
I'd rather just wait till I got the medium chance on all foes if I'm gonna do that. Treason.
Hey.
Yeah, alright, Menace. That's for you, Kari.
Hey.
Metis just wants me decking her out today. Okay. Good. Anything good? Or did I already get it all? Yeah, I already got it all. We'll go to the next floor. This floor is a teleporter, so I'm gonna go back to the desert real quickly just to see what my levels are looking like. Who can stay and who can go. Well, everyone's still fine to stay, I guess. Junpei and Yukari aren't gonna be that helpful to bring out until next teleporter probably. It's just fine.
I'm here for you, sister. It's dangerous. Stay on guard.
Oh wow. And no kidding, that makes it first guess makes things easier. Oh, Zord.
Losing my bearings. Summoning.
Unfortunately, I need Kodomaru to be fine. I'm sure I could also maybe pull off some instant death shenanigans if I wanted.
Will this work? Just watch.
Oh, you son of a bitch. That thing is fully healed. Okay. At least one of it's gonna die here. Try to get it with instant death next then if it's just gonna heal.
And now?
Losing my bearings. Medicine's confused. She's acting on her what is optimal.
Nah, Metis isn't the most integral Persona user here. I'd rather just hit it really hard and then get in for a cheap shot. Metis? Why would you do that?
I think I can use
That was like the last item I'd ever want you to use. I guess that was only the 10 one. Alright, just get the burst going.
I'm even stronger now.
Death Bat. Heavy slash damage to all foes. That's pretty good. Or get rid of fast healing. I usually can just rely on the Patra. More in RNG healing times.
You look really cool out there, Koro-chan. The school was fascinating. Sister, a shadow! There are 2 targets.
Usually these are fire, light, or electric.
My persona's ready. Here I come.
Oh.
That's it! Let's finish this! How do you like that? Justice always wins! I'm doing better than ever. This should be a good test of your strength. But don't get careless.
Oh, look at that. Already. I'm guessing these weaknesses quickly this run. I'm not having a lot of, yeah, the last one I ever decided to try. Already, again.
Yes, we have the upper hand. Be a good test of your strength. But don't get careless.
Keep it together. Now!
This should be a good test of your strength. But don't get careless. Psychic!
I thought it might be Garly.
Let us knock the enemy down. Sonic! Nice one! Now! All-out attack! Take that!
Why not both?
How did I do, sister?
I'm always happy to team up with everyone. Time for
Friends,
balance.
they aren't much of a threat. Koro-chan just toppled 2
You can count
enemies.
on me. I'm ready. Good choice. Hear you, Koromaru. I'll end this. Help us. Call an enemy. Now's our... Let's finish this. Time to die. How do you like that? It's all over. I'm always happy to team up with everyone.
What Junpei-kun said is pretty interesting. About how she's like a kid.
I don't like that. I'm not a kid.
You gonna open up a clock for me? Nope. But you did give me a Patra card, meaning I can ignore that when I make endgame healers.
There could be something good in there. T.H.E, I think I can use it now.
Keep it together.
What are you guys weak to again?
I'm still setting up.
Wait.
It'll take a little more time. It is time. Persona, engage! Didn't really let him have it. All squad members, forward! Ammunition That's mission complete. I'll always give my all for my sister.
Every time I open one of those, I hold my breath just a little bit. Alright, so there's the exit. But I want to go do the Monad doors. The Monad doors are actually not that hard this time. Actually, the last ones were harder. This one has been outside of the fact that like they might nail me down a little bit with what was it, with the fear or something like that. This one's not that bad.
I've got this. All right. We won't hold back.
I'm just the way to go. Radiant light of life, shine upon us all.
And now, keep it together. Now!
Shake.
Good move, Proton. The best move. My wish will become my strength. Well done. Let's strike them down. It is time.
I can actually afford this for one, at least until he hits me with one electric attack.
The enemy. All squad members, forward. Ammunition
And now, just watch.
Let's just give everyone one of these.
should I do?
This should kill it though, so.
Another wave of enemies! Strike attacks are its weakness. Just try touching it. Looks like fire will work right through. Turn off one down. I'm all ready to go. Let us run an enemy down. Well done. Everyone, forward!
Yeah, this is about to be a slaughter.
Who says I'm scared?
Amanakun's afraid. This is my resolve.
I'll fix them up in a second.
Will this work? Persona!
Thank you very much.
There he goes.
What is optimal? This is my cue. He's not where I'm coming. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. That's it! Enemy down! Ready to switch in. I'm ready. Won't let you down. What's the best move? This is my I'll take this. Now! All attack! Firing into the We're struggling!
Persona's ready.
I want to try. Yeah, he's just gonna get swapped out for Yukari next teleporter anyway, so I'm not that worried about his SP heal.
Appreciate it.
That's actually not great.
How can I help my sister?
Yeah, get rid of that. Not dealing with that right now.
Don't hold anything back! Such a bright power!
Keep it together. Just watch.
That's fine. You'll probably be dead in the next round anyways.
This is my wish! Summoning! Persona! The operation was a success. No shadows detected.
Fatal End's not great though. Not that I can't appreciate it. That's actually kind of nice.
Oh, hello.
Hey! Thank you very
Treason. So it's treason.
Hey! Thank you very
My SP's starting to get low on a few people like Ken, but I should be able to swap them out relatively soon. Okay, what's the rest of this floor look like? Okay, next floor.
I think we're starting to get somewhere.
This is not a teleporter form. But they're saying we should be getting close to one.
Bring it on. It'll take a little more time.
Kind of going out on a limb and saying it's probably electric here, but we'll test that in a second.
Persona's ready. This is it.
Yeah, I see machinery and my thought is electric.
Let me down.
Keep it together. Help us. Call an enemy.
Excellent.
Let's finish this. Let's end this. I hope that helped a little.
You've covered a lot of ground. Are you sure none of you are tired?
Oxygen ready.
You're not strong, but that's a lot.
My persona's ready. Who says I'm scared?
It is time.
Ken won't be able to participate, but I could probably kill him with this.
Ammunition low. Critical hit. My teamwork has won the day.
Ooh, nope, did not want to do that. No, I don't want to do that either. I just want to go to the menu, take a look at my levels here. They're already kind of catching up, too.
Oh, there's a treasure chest. Looks like fire will work great. Kuro-chan knocked one down.
Hear you, Koromaru. My persona's ready. Here I come.
Let me down,
I'll end this. Call an enemy. All together now. Everyone, together.
Ooh, I actually managed to overstock. Okay. These should automatically be, so let's focus on everything, not Samuel, everything Orbus down. I'm not really getting out any Nagaraja.
This is how we do it.
I'm doing better than ever.
I do need to, on the next teleporter, though, make a Velvet Room pit stop. And really start seeing what I can make out of that.
Could it be?
By the way,
Such a stupid mechanic. Like there's nothing that telegraphs it. I wonder if it's the same every time though. If I just go left on the next time I see it. Okay, is there anything in here worth keeping around? There is a rare shadow just over here.
Oh, it's a rare shadow.
Oh man, enemy. It'd be great if we can defeat it.
I'll end this.
You know, I'm just gonna.
Here's ready. Eat this.
The enemy's been taken out. Great job, Amanakun. Psych!
Especially because he's probably leaving my party in favor of Yukari in a few seconds. I don't mind if he has his BRG or not.
How did I do, sister?
Nah. I don't really like Almighty unless I'm building a specific kit around it.
What? Proton spotted the enemy. I feel like we've been exploring with Metasploit. Hard to analyze. Proton knocked one down. Proton knocked one down. Such unbridled power. Firing at the
I don't have the space for Anubis. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what Anubis brings. What are you bringing me? Actually, pretty damn good. Okay. You also have a better Magaru than Oribas up here, so I'm gonna get rid of Oribas.
Sister.
That was a horrible time to send her off.
Stay on guard. Too easy. I just evaded the attack. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. Last one. Let's finish this.
Can I use this?
This is my resolve.
Do I have death damage to... Insta-death? No.
The enemy. Maximum firepower.
hoping you would do that.
Such unbridled power. Firing at will. We're struggling. Will this work? Persona! Summoning!
Sure, I'm gonna try getting him with instant death while he's down like this.
I won't be defeated. Good job, everyone.
I'll be a better fighter with this.
Now we run into a problem. Weak to all foes or medium to one. Because Tetrakarn is actually really good. I'm gonna get rid of the Kaja. The Kaja is great. Oh, having these on Ken is so nice, though. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Kaja. I don't want to. It's like that one actually hurts a little to get rid of.
Chan, are you doing okay?
Maybe I should have got rid of Cruel Attack. I could technically get it back later if I want to. Okay, next 4.
Sister!
Oh. And of course. I was hoping for a teleporter like in the last 3 floors and just nothing.
Filthy monster.
We have the upper
They
hand.
won't know it hit them.
Fire, but I'm also out of everything.
Keep it together.
Or electric. Okay, we're gonna work with that.
Will this work?
One enemy down while I'm at this.
Persona!
Excellent.
All together now. Everyone together. It's all over.
Nah, I don't need fast heal.
Nice. That went well. Look, there's a shadow. All right,
Flash
bring it
won't
on.
work. Don't bother with swords.
Another Persona overstock. Okay. Anubis doesn't really have anything I need on him. He's nice to that he's true neutral, but I can get rid of him. That's the lowest level, so I'm fine. He probably is not going to fuse too much higher. Okay.
You looked really cool out there, Koro-chan.
Okay, I need to... Actually, there's a couple things I need to do. Make sure everyone has at least 50. I'll get the last two to Igus, who's going to need it for the rest of the dungeon. We'll be right back. I have to run to the restroom. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. It's actually why I was a little bit more quiet the last few minutes. Okay. Oh gosh, the couch setup makes it a little hard to make this work. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Moving back over here. Okay, give my headphones back on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, everyone's kind of out. I think I can give everyone a top off, though. Wish I could have switched back to Yukari for this half the dungeon, but we'll make do. These guys aren't that bad. I should be able to manage just with this, and I'm gonna hope that I get a teleporter soon.
It's for my... Give them my strength.
Some SP would be nice, actually. Hey!
Darkness has no effect on this enemy. Looks like fire will work great.
Fire nice, okay. Alright, yeah, this fight's as good as one.
Shall I take charge? I'm ready. Understood. What should I do? This is my
Does it bounce back if they're down like this? I think it doesn't. No, it does.
How can I help my sister? What's the best move? I can do this. Direct hit on a weakness. Amazing, I guess. That hit a weakness. You're the best, Proton. Thank you for your support. Harmonica's down. He needs help. What should I do? Summoning. Let's roll. That was amazing, sister. All water. Forward. Finish line. Weapon free. Nice turn, Marathon.
Alright, which one am I fighting next? You guys are the more annoying ones here.
It'll take a little more.
Because you guys can do B problems.
Nice turn, Marathon. He'll pick me, right? Let us knock an enemy down. Well done. Let's strike them down. Finish line.
There was for one of the, I think it was an anniversary thing, they put out a collab song with, I can't remember her name, but she's the same one that did the Dawn to Dawn Season 1 ED. I actually really like her, like what I've heard of her so far, so I kind of want to listen to more of her. But yeah, I heard it was really good. Okay, can't really do much here, so I should really just try to fix Metis. And hope this doesn't happen again before I can get back. Start beating on these things again. How are you gonna bring down?
You dodged the attack. I can do this. Nice one.
Oh, there's no point to that. Okay.
That was amazing, sister. Maximum firepower. Huh? Enemy reinforcements.
Last one. You're weak to wind, right?
It'll take a little more time.
Keep it together. Persona.
My face. I appreciate it. You dodged the attack. Nice one. How can I help my sister? Come on.
Alright, time to bully it with Aegis and Metis.
This is my resolve.
Yeah, you're actually my better one.
Get those blocks. That was amazing, sister. All squad members, forward. Ammunition ready. Amada-kun's been shot. He can't move. I'll end this.
It's actually still. No, it's not down. No one's shocked, at least.
What's the best move?
This is probably it for it.
Let's strike them down.
DRG gauge completely filled. I have all my DRGs good to go though. Yeah, all my DRGs are charged. That'd actually be pointless.
Don't underestimate.
It's better to just throw EXP into Quetzalcoatl. Shift amp. He's not really great with his current situation, but I'm gonna get rid of fast heal for him on this. Alright, he's as good as he's gonna get. I need to fuse him off.
Oh, hello.
Actually, I need a teleporter in general right now. Between, it's not a big deal on SP anymore, but my levels are starting to get up there on some of my, on my current party. And Yukari and Junpei are starting to fall behind. Ooh, Soul Stitch. Watch, I'm about to reveal that there was a teleporter here all along. Nope. Okay.
That looks like a strong enemy.
I'm detecting a surge of power. Be careful.
And now? Call it them.
The ice is losing my bearings.
This is my resolve.
She's acting on her own.
Persona, actualize. You really let him have it. Don't hold anything back. Ammunition little. Weapon trying.
Didn't expect this.
I get this down. This is bad. Here.
Actually pretty useful.
What is this confused? She's acting on her own.
Knock one down.
How do you miss? They're lying down.
Will this help?
Rejoin avoiding that, Amada-kun. What is optimal?
This is my duty. You really let him have it. All squad members, forward. Firing at my critical hit.
Well, there's the boss.
Go in this place, so let's try to pace ourselves.
Now here's what's about to happen. I'm about to head back and swap my party around so I can balance the levels. But unfortunately, what I just did is I just went through half that dungeon with these guys. So when I switch back to Yukari and Junpei, they're now under level. Whatever. Whatever. I am going to need to give Kodomaru an SP restoring item, though. Oh, no. Never mind. I'll just keep Ken. I'll have 2 healers. That'll be something interesting. Not a terrible party, just a little bit needless. Okay, first I'll save here. Then I need to go to the Velvet Room.
Good day. Are you accepting a wonderful? Wonderful. Very well then. Welcome to the Velvet Room. Now then, let's...
Which will you choose? What kind of persona do you desire?
So I go up to 54. So these guys, pretty nothing. Siegfried,
Wise choice.
you're auto rebellion and charge. Whoo! What does he want? Haridi and Lachesis. What are my Haridi and Lachesis
Choose the
doing?
personas you would like
Healing.
to use.
And actually nothing. The problem with this, though, is neither of them are necessarily giving anything Siegfried be great with. Like, if I could get rid of stuff on Ku, so I kind of need to just get rid of Ku.
This persona, yes?
All foes attacks for 3 turns. Ku is stronger than him, though. What is he doing with Dionysus?
Is this acceptable? Is this acceptable? This power might be too much for you. Is this acceptable?
This is probably the best thing I could fuse Ku into, and even he's weaker than my Ku. Ku, too good. Okay,
Is this acceptable? Are you satisfied with this?
Oh, interesting idea here. Making Lachesis built around Ku and then turning Ku into a Siegfried, not a terrible idea.
All the time you need to consider.
This one is somewhat beneath you.
Yes, I'm aware. But it's got really good slot availability. Okay, I'm actually not hating this idea. Let me take a look at that Siegfried again. Is this worth it compared, like, to go through all of that to get Ku? Haridi to get a level 54
This
Siegfried
persona is powerful.
at 44 power. Yeah, that's better than my Ku currently, with really good protective coverage. And it could.
This persona is powerful.
He's not going to be able to inherit much, though. Only 3 inheritance slots. So, ideally, pulling stuff from my Ku What I want to pull are going to be crit rate boost. He's already going to come with charge and auto rebellion. I might want to keep rebellion though for purposes of being able to hit that. And then I guess Mataru Kaja, yeah. Okay, let's quickly do some registration.
Are you finished?
Because I do want everything in here to stay in here.
Registering personas? Will you register it to the computer? All registered.
Okay. Because I am going to probably try to summon back,
Will you choose?
I think I'm going to summon back Haridi after this. But for now, let's... First off, I need to make a Lachesis. I need to get rid of Lachesis. So...
What personas come to be?
This persona, yes?
Ranga, Counter-Strike. If I were to fuse it with Kaiwan. I can either do that, or what's up here outside of Siegfried that I can make? Dionysus.
This persona, yes?
More of a magic-based persona, replacing Thoth. But Dionysus is actually weaker than
Is this
Thoth.
acceptable?
Magic-wise, at least. Ranga is Ranga. Yeah, Ranga is the best thing. And Kyawan is just a generic
This persona.
almighty. So I can do it just to get rid of them. You are primarily magic, but you can do physical. Let's keep that. That's actually pretty nice. We'll keep Magarla.
Well, well, well.
No. No, we're gonna prevent the skill change this time. Okay. That in mind, now we can make a new Lachesis. And we'll get rid of Ku and Grimkala, who are kind of serving a very similar purpose right
What
now.
skills to inherit?
So, first things first, let's make sure I'm keeping everything I want to keep for potentially Siegfried. Actually, wait, what is Grimkala's stats here? Ooh, Grimkala is actually stronger than Siegfried in terms of physical. He just doesn't have the critical capabilities. But I'm still gonna go for it. I do want
This one
those.
has somewhat been- Please choose what skills to inherit.
I do want those critical things. I might bring back Grimkala as well, just for the defensive measures. But I'm not. I do want to up to Siegfried from Ku, because Ku is just not doing it, cutting it right now. So crit boost. Shift amp and shift boost. But nah. Rebellion. I'm already gonna have charge on it automatically, so I'm not worried about that. Raise attack for the returns. I don't need insta kill. Keep repel slash, though I think that will probably end up going. And we'll keep heat wave.
Why, this is exciting, isn't it?
Okay, now to fuse Haridi and
This
Lachesis
would
to
be a
make
lot. What do you wish
Siegfried.
to inherit?
Oh, actually, 4 slots now. Okay. Alright, so first thing is crit boost. And let's grab Rebellion. Turn that that block into a repel slash, which is nice. And I could either give it growth 2, which would let Siegfried really spiral into a late game persona, or I could give it heat wave to allow Siegfried to hit even harder. Especially if I'm bringing back Grimkala, I'm not worried about the coverage of physical, to be honest. Deathbound's going to hit everything really hard anyways, so let's go crit boost, repel slash, rebellion in case auto rebellion, for when auto rebellion goes down, and growth 2, just to give Siegfried that extra oomph.
A new power emerges.
This is probably going to start looking a little bit more like given that's my only physical skill, hell no. If, like, growth 2 were to ask to change, I'd do it. But no. Or, like, repel slash. Like, one of the more periphery skills, I'd do it. I'm not doing it for that. Siegfried is now probably my best opener persona. With really good boss, like, nuking abilities. Because between charge, crit rate boost, auto rebellion, he's going to be really good at the start of combat. Okay. Let's further whittle things down. White Rider and Okanushi. Neither of them are doing a lot for me. Let's just quickly make Dionysus.
You wish to inherit.
I'm not going to keep Deathbound. I'll keep these two, though, to keep elemental coverage going.
Well.
And if they want to change any skills, I'll let that happen. See if I can get anything funny. No. Okay. Samuel, you're low level. What do you want to be replaced with? Throne. You and
This would be a wise choice.
Rick Harmdra. Party's HP, user's HP is reduced to 1. That's fucking gambling on an Aegis. On your primary main character, that is a gambling ass skill if I ever saw one. With 2 different weaknesses. And these 2 are a little too important to my current coverages. I don't think I will. I can make another Siegfried. I can make a Belphegor.
This power might be too much for you.
I kind of want to get a coup. I might save Ranga and Samuel. Because that would be kind of fun to make. Okay, but Thulf, you're getting down there in levels. Bisho
You
Monten.
can't control this one yet.
Thoth at 40. Yeah, you guys aren't doing much outside of coverage right now. And you're both really mostly coverage, because I'm not even using you as a physical persona anymore. So if I were to fuse you into that, you would just be a physical persona. not worth it on full. I could rebuy you Siegfried back.
This one
No.
yet. Is this acceptable?
Honestly, Dolph might be better served later. Okay, I do need to buy back at least one.
This is your progress. Please take a look.
I definitely should buy back. Not Ose. Haridi, I should be buying back. Just because she's so important to my current
So you'll
healing
be
set.
summoning this one? Very well. It's yours.
And then I also need to make a decision on whether or not I want to buy back. If I can
Does
find
that
him.
persona catch your eye? Are you finished?
Yeah, actually, I think I am done. I'm actually not going to get him back. Because now that I think about my current Siegfried, he's pretty defensive as well. I think Siegfried, if I... Oh, not going to say quite yet. Siegfried, let's take a look at him real quickly. And I'm also going to set him as my starting. Yeah, he blocks against 2 different physicals with a repel on one of them. I think, well, yeah, I think the only advantage with the other one was that I had repel built into it, but this is still really nice. Yeah, we are going to lead in with Siegfried, though, because Siegfried is just the best at physical.
Here are my requests.
He's going to be one of my best boss fighting
Let's hear the results.
options
By
right
all
now.
means.
Eventually, I might just off stream as we get closer to the end game, clean this up. Just do the rest of these off stream.
Very well.
But I'll take a look at the rewards, see if it's worth it. Okay, I'm gonna save. We'll save here. The motherfucker that reflects physical? God, I hope so. No, Tacos, you haven't missed any flashbacks. Have I decided on the way I'll do the SMT games? Not yet. Preliminarily, I'm looking at it. It's going to depend on how much time I can convince Seki to give me that day. Like, that's kind of the long and the short of it, really. If I can get a lot of time out of Seki that day, I'll probably cover more. But if I don't get that much, if I only get so long to do it,
Will this work?
it's not going to be worth it.
Just watch.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try like.
This is my resolve. Persona. Now's the time. Confront Persona.
What's next?
See if we can.
What's going on?
Oh, interesting.
Be careful. I'll end this. Now.
Let's just make sure Aegis is reflecting everything right now. So I'm actually going to go into this with a DRG. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that sucks. Okay. If I can crit one of them, I can keep going.
You really let him have it. That is optimal. Persona, engage.
It's payback time.
Oh, that's actually pretty bad.
Your attack power's been reduced.
I also should heal.
Let's do this.
I won't lose.
The enemy seems impenetrable to piercing.
Okay, let's try some other stuff since I'm gonna have to focus so much, I guess, on... Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna focus on that summon, actually. I got some good damage out of it, but... I've got Ken for light, so even though he missed... I actually have a feeling it missed because it's weak to light. It's probably got dodging light going on it. We'll try again with this. Oh, it's weak to light. Okay.
Slashing won't work. Don't bother with
Lightning and ice. Yeah, I knew you'd come back.
Hikari-chan, your attack power's been reduced.
I don't really want to smack that until I've managed to...
What else?
Nah, there's no
This
point.
is my resolve.
It's fine. It's time to change it now.
Let's rock. Your attack power's
What
been
I'm
reduced.
seeing here is no weakness, unless it's death. It could be death.
This should help.
Block. Okay.
Your attack power's fallen. Should I scan on this enemy?
Yeah, I didn't want to do that in a minute. So watch it heal. Okay, so I need to basically really smack you hard.
Here, G. I think I can use
Alright,
it.
and let's just blow this thing apart with DRGs. It should come down. Like, I already knocked out so much health on it. As much as it would be helpful to go after it, I'm not worried about killing that thing. It's weak to light, which I can manage. And if I don't kill it, it's just that's gonna summon. The bigger concern is what it can do to Yukari.
She's in trouble. I'm hit. Amada-kun, stop it. Your attack power is down.
No, because then that puts Igus in a really bad spot. This should work, though.
Persona. It's my turn now.
You're back in the fight.
Pull the trigger.
Now it's our turn. Oh, thank you very much.
Close. What's next? Oh, you just forget that.
Will this work? Help us! Call an enemy!
Excellent.
You can count on me, leave it to me! Yukari-san, take over! What next?
See if this can't kill it.
Over here! Watch this! Bullseye!
One enemy eliminated.
Ooh, that was close!
You dodged the attack. It is time. Nice one.
This is my duty! Pull the trigger. Isis! Hey, good
I appreciate it.
Let's see.
I'll end this. Here I come.
Excellent.
Let's finish this! Finish the fucking race! Oh no!
Yukari cuts down. She's in trouble. This is my
The
persona.
Jotun of Blood.
Persona. Engage.
That's a metal name if I heard one.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, I feel like the I can see what people are talking about in the base game, to be honest. In the base game, it makes things way too easy. And here, to be fair, it makes things too easy too, but there's a lot of stuff like the dodge element that it helps speed along here. Oh, ice amp. I can take some ice amp. Not that I use this persona a lot for much other than just simple coverage. I've got a better Rebellion user now too, so I can get rid of Rebellion on Cats of File. Yeah, let's get rid of Resist Ailments. I'm not actually that worried about Resist Ailments. So I'm not usually planning that far in advance, but Quetzalcoatl, it is time to get rid of soon. Fire Break? Nah. Nah, I just switched to a different option if fire doesn't work.
Okay. Huh?
How are my levels looking now that that fight's over? I got a lot of EXP out of that. Switch Ken out with Koromaru. Go back up to the top rooftop. Check for any new like interactions and heal my SP. Otherwise, I can stick with Yukari and Junpei, who both still need levels. I'm nervous because the next time I see the clock, I'm going to be tempted to use it on Yukari. But Yukari is someone that I actually kind of like having in my party consistently. But everyone's getting so close to levels now, it would be a waste to use it on anyone else. Just use it on someone I don't want to use. I also need to reapply all my gear.
And mid-boss ain't so tough now. Come on, let's keep this train moving.
Okay. I'll be right back again. I have to go to the restroom again, but this time last time was more of a check. This time it's a little worse. I'll be a second. Alright, I am back. So while I was away, I did take a quick gander at what's left of this this section. And yeah, I'm gonna put it out there right now. We aren't gonna, I'm not gonna make any plans to keep going on the actual Abyss Tartarus stuff. That said, that's not, I'm not calling it on, oh cool. I'm not calling it on,
Very well.
I'm not just gonna call it on, the day yet, 'cause there's still a lot of stuff we can go peruse through. Oh, hi Chemivax.
I've been
Gonna be in the New Year Server 27. Yeah, I think it was. It seems like it was kind of not maybe a last minute decision, but a spur of the moment one. I expect. I'm not that surprised that Richard came early. So if we claim a discount even further, sweet.
How may I assist?
I'm not crazy surprised Richard came early though.
Please choose the persona.
It was a good marketing move, is the best way to put it. Yuri.
This power might be too much for you.
Vorpal Blade. Has the chance of taking critical damage, no? And that's just heavy light damage. That's a cool persona. It's not usable yet, but that's cool. Make another
This
Siegfried.
persona is powerful.
Yeah, I don't think anything's open to me that wasn't open to me before. Yeah, pretty much everything's the same. I can make a Ganesha.
This persona, yes?
Not great, though. Okay. Step away from the compendium for a minute.
We look
Or for now. I just did fusion just before that boss fight, so it doesn't surprise me that I'm not quite there yet. If I'll beat the DLC by the end of March 31st? Yes, actually, I've been looking over my... when I was looking over my pacing on how far I was going to get, like how quickly I expected to finish this, and depending on how many streams I can do each week,
Hi.
it is looking like a mid to late March completion.
Yes.
Your theory gauge will rise. How's the door? The door is really neat. I feel like I'm still trying to figure out how to get the most out of it. Especially on some 3DS games, the emulation can be a bit spotty, and that's less to do with the door's power and more to do with the 3DS emulation scene. But the DS stuff's fine. I'm just trying to figure out the best settings to make the DS stuff play smoothly, because a few games don't work perfect. Like the infamous one is Pokemon Gen 4 doesn't work perfectly on the DS emulation. So it's interesting to work with that one, but it is nice to have that second screen in DS emulation and 3DS emulation. Like I was playing a little bit of Fire Emblem Fates, and it's so nostalgic to have that proper screen look going. And I haven't yet played with DS Pokemon or any DS games that would really, or DS Pokemon less so, but DS games that take advantage of it much. But I'm excited to try something. I actually might grab Shimigami Tensei 4 as one I want to pick up again to try on the Thor, because I played a bit of it on the 3DS, and I just I love playing it on the 3DS. I just didn't carry my 3DS around enough places, and it just wasn't. That was towards the end of the 3DS's life. And then on the DS, there's a couple games that I've never been able to properly emulate very well that I'll actually be able to emulate with zero issues now. That said, it will make for some interesting opportunities for streams with Seki as I get this thing working more and more. What has been kind of fun is if you remember that test stream I did when I first started streaming to see what my I think at the time it was what my Steam Deck could manage in streaming, and the fun thing that I threw up on there was I actually threw up a Poke MMO. I play Poke MMO once in a while, and that's actually really nice on the Thor. Just because it's a small form factor, it feels classic to control with like an actual, like, solid handheld console. It's really nice. That's probably been the game I've gone to most on the Thor because it's just comfortable to play Pokemon that way. Strange Journey. Look, anything that's Shin Megami Tensei, if I'm gonna stream it, it's gonna have to be a stream series because it's like you can't do a JRPG one-off stream. It's really, that's kind of the trouble I'm running into planning out the SMT tour is I really can only do 2 games max that we actually spend a lot of time on. The others, like it'll be close. If I do cover more than 2 or 3 games, it'll be a lot closer to how the Fire Emblem one looked, where it was like multiple, like do some trailers. I won't even really have the chance to showcase gameplay very well, most likely. Like, I'll probably show screenshots of the gameplay, but I don't think I can actually get into the game itself consistently. And, like, at least started from the beginning like I did Fire Emblem. I might be able to do a pre-established save file, and I would just have to, prior to that stream, really go at that. Just to get, like, a few mid-game showcases. Such dorks and... I do like Strange Fate. I would say Richard and Ayaka are a little tricky for me because I like their characters, but I feel like the series in the beginning really kind of forgets about them. Like, they show up and then they have like 2 to 4 minutes an episode, and it's like, okay, I want to care about these guys. They're really, really fun, but after they leave the police station, they don't do a lot until about halfway through the series. And that's from the books too, but it's just this one stretch. Honestly, I'm feeling a lot of what I felt when I read the book, if you remember the off-the-shelf I did, where I feel like we've had so many characters in this first stretch that as we're getting to the point where we're at in the anime right now, the cast feels a little bloated. That said, if anyone also remembers my take on the off-the-shelf, I also think starting pretty much what should be next episode or 2, we should start seeing that cast start to consolidate into alliances more, which helps keep things controlled a lot better. And that's something they're even leaning into on the social media. If you go onto the official Twitter, I believe, or the official X, the official X has an alliances and relationship chart that they posted. It's in Japanese, but it's generally followable, where you can see who's enemies with who you can see everyone who's allied together boxed up. It's an interesting chart. I recommend giving it a look if you start getting confused as to what everyone's doing. Okay, let's do these.
Oh, hi. Thank you. Could it be?
Fuka's actually one of the best people I could get this with. Because Fuka, as I do these with Fuka, it should give me just better stuff with her. And she's just always in the party, so. Whereas Metis, like right now, I've used her so much lately, she's going to have to sit out soon for a while.
Sister! Do you really think so? Say. Perhaps.
Weakness buffer reduces damage taken when an ally's weakness is struck. Awesome! I forgot that Fuka got that.
What do I do? Right, sister?
when receiving a shift from Igus. Interesting. Because these you don't get in the main game, because these are new. So, attack up by 20%. End of turn. Basically, shift to her from Igus and she'll do more damage. Okay.
Thank you very much. Oh, right.
Igus getting her sister hooked on coffee. Okay. Let's go upstairs, see if there's... I'm pretty sure that's everything I've got, but we'll poke around. Oh, there was someone there. It was a potted plant. I was like, who's that? Potty the potted plant. There shouldn't be anyone up here. This is just the, you know. I guess I could take a look. I don't think I've, just taking a look, see if there's a Twilight fragment or something up there. Do these refill? They do. I should be doing that every time I finish one of the bosses. Quickly sell my...
Good to see you.
Ooh, they gave me a homunculus. That's actually really nice. Because homunculus is, I believe those, you can, when someone gets hit by instant death, you can use the homunculus instead of taking that instant death. If I remember how that works correctly.
Welcome. Take your time.
Soul spinach.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't... Let's just do my gear here. See how everyone's gear is looking. So obviously, Igus, if there was anything new on Igus, I'd see it already. Bold bow can become the longbow of treason. Fists of treason. Rapier of treason. Still on song. Gaia's Grace. That's a upgrade from treason and betrayal. Sweet, okay. Bullfighter's Cape. Dress shirt of treason, sure. And yeah, I'll give Mitsuru the Bullfighter's Cape. Ken's already got a dress shirt of treason. Your torso of treason. You don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Legs of treason, slinkers of betrayals, boots and pants. Okay, everyone's good. I probably should start looking at what I've got here, see if I can... Like, I guess I probably should give her like one of these bracers that give her. Well, she's already got bracers of the tree. Oh no, she doesn't. Like 40 SPF's actually kind of nice on Igus. So let's give her that. Just give her a little bit more SP for the main. I'm not worried about SP on Yukari like at all. With Yukari, do I have anything that helps with healing? I'll give her the War God Seal. anything to stop damage a little bit. I'll give Junpei a little luck. Akihiko. Give him some endurance, I guess. I don't think that actually matters as much to me. These ones don't really matter as much to me. Admittedly, what matters more on this to me so Ken here. Ken is someone I'm actually caring about. I'd like to give him some magic plus 40 here. Because he goes through so much, but he's also so integral magic-wise. Koromaru, I'd also like to give plus 40. I'll give him a luck plus 40. Metis, I don't care. Metis doesn't usually have any issue with SP, so I'll just give her. I'll give her strength plus 20 HP. I actually do like using Metis for her physical combat. Fuka doesn't really need anything. I'm just gonna give her this solid plus 40 SP because she actually does use SP for her for some of her stuff. So. Like, if I go to stats and go down to Fuka, yeah, it actually gives me more SP on her, which is kind of nice, actually. What is, oh, no, I need to go to stats. I do want to take a look at how much her SP costs are. Yeah. Oh, that'll be a nice level up when I hit that in 4 levels. Return to the Desert of Doors. That means that at any point I can just use a teleporter. Which would save me from those instances where I just want to be leveling someone lower level. Distress on all floors. And yeah, this is the one I lean on the most of the full analysis. Not that that changes anything, okay. Okay. And I can... Oh, I guess I have to go back to the Desert of Doors to swap around my party. Okay, let's go to the Desert of Doors and swap around my party before we call it a day.
Hi.
There we go, Koromaru. I have Yukari, so I'm not worried about losing my healer on that. Alright, I'm gonna move over to the chair. I'm still fine to chit-chat a bit, but it is getting a little bit late. So I do want to get this game powered down here. Let me switch to a chatting screen. Keep the headphones on just in case. There we go. Okay. minimize my Discord. Pull OBS over here. A Fate series with Don Quixote. It'd be pretty funny to see him in a proper guerrilla war. Yeah, it is. It's just it is how large of a cast they have that people get lost in the plot. I feel like if I had any criticism, as much as I love the battle between Masters in Strange Fake, and I think it was, or not in the battle between Masters, the battle with no servants, which was episode 4 or so. That was around the stretch where things start to feel a little bit egregious, because you're following. Yeah, you have effectively your 3 main characters, and who I would identify as Ayaka, Flat, and T.H.E. And those 3 are the ones you're primarily following, at least in this first stretch. That kind of changes at the point we're at, as far as I could tell, but just a little bit. I'm gonna move my mic over here, but at that middle stretch around the battle with no masters, I feel like all 3 of them get kind of sidelined. Like T.H.E. doesn't really get involved again until the big Alcides fight. And T.H.E. and Ayaka in particular, the 2 of them, they have good writing on their arcs, but they're very not uninvolved with what their servants are doing. They don't have a lot of control over what their servants are doing at this time. Gilgamesh, because he's Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh is going to do what he damn well pleases, and he's trying to get T.H.E. to come out of her shell a little bit more. And Ayaka, because she just doesn't want to be there. And it's both those parts of their character are integral to their arcs. But it does lead to them feeling a little bit more backlined, especially for characters who, at least at the point in the series we're at, are being positioned as sort of your main characters. Yes. I think there's a point in the series where Sigma... You are right, Tacos. I think Flat early on is a main character, but you are right. And that's actually the character I think where things shift around is when Sigma... Now, Sigma's in, and pretty much at the start of next episode, Sigma's going to start being a lot more of a main character. I think that you do the Ayaka, Sigma, and Kidu and his master, again the Dog Master alliance, that sort of alliance plus False Assassin, that feels sort of like your in series, like those are your like the characters you're really supposed to watch and be like, yeah, these are our this is our main crew. And then you also have Tina and Gilgamesh doing their thing as also more or less following their own plot line throughout the series. I think oddly enough, Gilgamesh and T.H.E. end up being kind of a moral grounding force, which is crazy to say with Gilgamesh. "9 p.m. is very late when I have work in the morning. That's the problem. It's work in the morning. If it weren't work in the morning, I'd be fine to go till like 11 p.m., 12 a.m., and I wouldn't feel it. With work in the morning, though, whenever I do a stream like that, it's a marathon that I feel the next day. Like, every time I do those FGO streams where I go that late, the next day I'm like, why did I do that? I'm dying. So, it's not that I will never do them, but unless it's like I am that lost in the game, like with trying to finish an FGO chapter to see all these cool new bosses, or like I'm just really engrossed in it like I was with some of the Pokemon streams, I'm just not going to go that long. I can't go that long. It doesn't work on me. That said, Saturday, Valentine's Day, I'll be streaming again with more Persona 3 Reload. And like, I don't care if I have one person there. I don't care if I have 5 people there. I don't care if I have nobody there. I'll probably go that one a little bit later because I'm just gonna... That's just me trying to find something to do with myself that day. So I'll just be streaming pretty much from My plan is to go from 3 to at least 9, if not much later. So it's at least a 6-hour stream. Maybe with a break in there. Like I might take a quick break where I throw something in my mouth off camera on a waiting screen. Maybe I'll buy some chocolates to snack on during the stream as well. As far as normally though, I just I have to be truly lost in it, and I have to feel like I'm not necessarily aiming for a specific checkpoint. Like here at Persona 3 Reload, if I hadn't hit that checkpoint, I'd probably go for at least another hour or so. But since I hit a pretty solid, like, yeah, this is a good checkpoint, I'm like, well, I'm not hitting another solid checkpoint for a while, so if I don't hit this, I'm just going to keep going until I hit something I feel like is a satisfying checkpoint. Next time, I think, well, next time's a long stream, so I'm probably going to go, hopefully I want to actually finish up this section and maybe even do both parts of the next section. Do like, basically do a full, like, 37 floors. Like, it's insane. It's about 2 hours per 10 floors I'm finding. So it'd be a 3 to 4 hour stream to do that. But that sounds like I think next time that's gonna be in the cards. State of play. The state of play this week. It's rough. I don't have my finger on the pulse of PlayStation as closely as other as I do the Nintendo side. There's like in my heart of hearts, I'm like, I know what I want to see at the like. I'd love to see more on the KOTOR remake, even with Fate of the Old Republic or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called off the top of my head right now, but even with I think it is Fate of the Old Republic. Even with like that, I'd still love to have any kind of update on KOTOR remake. But like I guess Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 is something I know people want, but I have a feeling, especially because we're starting to get hints that the Part 3 might not be PlayStation locked. I have a strong suspicion we're not going to hear anything about that until Rebirth is out on all platforms. And then they'll announce Part 3. They'll do an announcement on Part 3, which is probably sooner rather than later. I don't know when Rebirth launches on Switch 2, and I don't know if it's on Xbox yet or not, but at least on the Switch 2. I don't know when that drops, but I'd be surprised if it was as long of a turnaround as you'd normally expect from a game. I have to expect it's no more than 3 to 6 months. But yes, I'm expecting the Wolverine. The Wolverine's probably going to be in there. I'm trying to think back, because I always watch the State of Plays. I very, very, very rarely remember much about the State of Plays. What does Sony normally lock down at the State of Plays? What do they normally lock down? I see a lot of horror, I guess. Yeah, that'd be a good spot to announce it, especially if it's going to be all platforms. Summer Game Fest would be... That's the kind of game that would go crazy at Summer Game Fest. This is where not having my finger on the pulse of PlayStation's getting me. I almost wouldn't say no to a Sonic game being at a State of Play. As crazy as it sounds, Sonic's always felt free for. Like, you could get a Sonic game at a Nintendo presentation, freaking Xbox presentation, a separate Sonic presentation. Sonic doesn't really care about what the fuck it's doing. So I could see Sonic making a surprise appearance there, but I doubt it. I just know that I feel like we're gearing up for something Sonic. Maybe not a brand new game, but something Sonic. I mean, as always with these presentations, 80% of it's going to be slop no one cares about, or Well, I guess Nintendo's the one that has the bad problem where it's like, oh yeah, it's ports of games that you've probably never heard of or weren't that interested in playing. I'd love classic ports on PlayStation, but PlayStation is never doing. PlayStation hates classic ports. They'd rather do remakes, and they don't have the same like these games are coming to PlayStation things. YoToy. Oh, is YoToy getting a Legends mode? I know. I remember Tsushima had Legends. I've not played YoToy yet. I need to play YoToy or Yote, but I didn't know they were getting a Legends mode. I mean, knowing PlayStation, they're going to remake Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered Definitive Edition. Honestly, we're way too early in the year for like crazy like left field announcements. That's why I'm not expecting like a Last of Us Part 3 getting announced. Although I think Naughty Dog right now is not. They aren't even working on a Last of Us game. They're working on a sci-fi game because everyone wants to make the next space game. Here's another problem with the Persona anniversary going on. Like in the past, I might have said, "Oh, you could get something Persona here." I don't think we're getting anything Persona here because unless it's a port announcement, they haven't been doing a lot on these separate streams. Normally, if they're going to announce a new project, it's announced first in the Microsoft presentations because of some licensing deal, I'm pretty sure. Much as I'd love to see Persona 4 Revival get showcased again, or I know this is a Persona stream. I can write about. Why the fuck is the Persona community gaslit themselves into thinking Atlus is going to announce Persona 6 while Persona 4 Revival is their current next big project? Like, I don't know that I fully understand the logic in that. Like, I feel like the Persona community, like speculation community, is forever in this cycle of cope, like horrific cope. There's some Persona copyright that got leaked at the end of this month. It's like, on one hand, like I can see it's different if it's like Metaphor, because Metaphor is its own separate IP, despite the fact that it feels like a sister series to Persona, which is a sister series to Shin Megami Tensei, but that's beside the point. Metaphor being announced at the same time as Persona 3 Reload makes sense. In fact, it makes sense to market them together because you kind of want to get eyes on the Persona eyes on Metaphor because you know your audience. If you put out Persona 4 Revival and you tie that marketing to a Persona 6, suddenly, like, this isn't a spin-off. This isn't like a complementary product or trying to draw eyes from a similar draw eyes from something that people are going to enjoy to something similar that they should try to hop, or they might want to try to hop onto. This is a product that you're directly asking the consumer to be pretty much hyped for the same reasons, because regardless of whether or not it's a remake, when you make remakes at the scale of, say, Persona 3 Reload or Persona 4 Revival, or something closer to, I'd say closer to your traditional Pokemon remakes even, where it's like, well, this is technically a remake, but it's pretty much a rebuild from the ground up. And the games don't even resemble each other when you put them side by side. And it's meant to be more in line with the modern product, so not like, say, the Pixel remasters. Like, when you do stuff like that, you are directly trying to convince fans of the modern product to put their attention on the remake and treat it as the next big entry. Like 3 Reload, for example, was, in Atlus's eyes, marketing-wise, where they wanted the people who jumped on Persona 5 to go next. So if you put eyes on both Persona 4 Revival and a Persona 6, you're splitting attention, and it's attention that didn't necessarily need to be split. Honestly, in my opinion, it's marketing wise, it's better to let Persona 4 Revival come out unless they're throwing it out there to die. Unless they're throwing Persona 4 Revival out there to die, it's better to let that come out and then carry the wave of that into Persona 6. At max, they can get away with announcing that Persona 6 is in development. That's the max they can get away with, and that's like the Chairs level teaser from Persona 5. And I feel like the gaming industry is largely not that they've moved away from that, but there's a lot more of a disdain for that kind of announcement now than there was even back at Persona 5. So it's a complicated position to be in. Right now, if there's another Persona project next to 4 Revival, to me it feels like it either has to be a spin-off of another spin-off or a port or a smaller scale remake, like if they did a new smaller, like basically if they did an HD remaster or rework of the original Persona 1 and 2 kind of deal, which I don't think they'll do that because they've already kind of done that with the PSP remakes. I feel like they'd have to go a little bit bigger. Yeah, Soul Hackers 2 kind of had that problem. Though I feel like the Soul Hackers 2's problem was that there's a lot of Persona fans that don't play Shin Megami Tensei. There's not a lot of Shin Megami Tensei fans I noticed that don't play Persona as well. And with Soul Hackers, you're kind of trying to appeal more to the Shin Megami Tensei crowd. But the Shin Megami Tensei crowd is smaller than the Persona crowd. So when you have all the Shin Megami Tensei eyes more or less on Persona, I think it was 3 Reload that came out at that time. Or like that was being advertised at the same time. And I think Metaphor was also being advertised at that time as well. I can't remember what was coming out around that point. But you had a lot going on Atlas-wise that would have dragged Shin Megami Tensei fans away from Soul Hackers 2. And it didn't help, obviously, that it came out and it was, like, as far as I saw, was considered a pretty lackluster game. So, marketing, like, you have to be careful with that marketing-wise. Unless you're purposely sending a product out to die. If we get another Persona announcement, if we get another Persona announcement, my bet would be on something closer to, say, Persona Q, a collection of the 2 Persona Q games running on the Etrian Odyssey HD engine. Or straight re-releases of either the PSP versions of Persona 1 and 2 or of Persona 1 and 2. I think it's about time, now that Reload's had time to sit, they could probably get away with releasing an HD version of Persona 3 Fest if they still have the code for that to HD upscale. I feel like they're I don't think that's a crazy, like, spectacular project that'd blow everyone's socks off, but it would be a nice gesture for an anniversary. And then obviously, like, there's never anything stopping them from releasing Persona 3 Arena, Persona 5 Arena, Persona 5 Strikers 2. There's not a lot stopping them from that kind of thing. Although I think Strikers ventures a little too close into the, you're starting to compete marketing-wise. I almost wonder if in the West that's why Strikers, maybe one of the reasons Strikers didn't do well, because I'm pretty sure it launched around the same time or was being advertised at around the same time as Royal. So that's one of those splitting your attentions away, but that's more speculative. I don't actually know if how that one plays out. So it's not impossible that they have Persona announcements. I definitely think we're going to have at least one curveball at the 30th anniversary. One just here's a treat for the fans kind of deal, but it's not going to be Persona 6. Not unless outside of maybe it's Persona 6 entering active development. That's the only thing that they can really do here is say it's in active development. Which is like, yeah, no, duh. People have been assuming this since Persona 5 ended active development. Yeah, I know other devs usually handle the spin-offs, but it's been a hot minute since we've had a true Persona spin-off, hasn't it? The last Persona spin-off was you have 5X, which was handled a while ago, and 5 Tactica. And Tactica was what, a year and a half to 2 years ago now? I do think we are due for another Persona spin-off. And it would be probably a good, especially if we're assuming that 4 Revival and the stage they showed it off in was very early development, that we still have at least another year or so before Persona 4 Revival. The most you can get out of it's another trailer. Then I would think that if they have a spin-off ready to go, launching it towards the end of this year, actually is probably a good idea. Because they do still control the marketing and the release strategy on that. And I have a feeling you have a spin-off in development and ending development late last year, you probably push it into this year for the 30th anniversary. Something like a Persona Q3 would go crazy. It would probably go pretty crazy right now, because you have the 4 Revival coming out. People were fresh off 3 Reload and fresh off 5. If anything, though, I would hold off on that because you're assuming a lot of people haven't played 4, so I guess that's a little bit sketch. But something you do, a celebration game would go pretty hard right now. Q ports. That's why I think Q ports feel like a good bet this year. I do feel like the Q ports would be a pretty good release this year. I just don't think I think Persona fans hoping for 6 and expecting 6 are just setting themselves up for another 25th anniversary style disappointment, which they did this in the 25th anniversary too, just to be let down that nothing was revealed other than the I think the 25th anniversary they might have, I think they reveal the PC ports of some of the other games. I can't remember if they revealed the multi-plat ports. It was a while ago, but I just remember the resounding disappointment from that, as it was mostly the Japanese style like merch and events, which that's kind of the thing I think a lot of people miss with these kinds of things. Is this is a Japanese brand, and most of these announcements are done only really in Japanese events. Most of this is going to be merch, collaboration cafes, and little side stuff. Honestly, here, now I'm not even going to dare to mention that, because I feel like there's not a lot of good love for that side of the franchise right now. There was when I was in Japan, I went to a Sega store. Actually, there was a big Sega store at the top of an department store building, and I got myself a set of Persona 5 like playing cards. I was expecting more out of them. I was actually a little disappointed that it didn't have like fun Persona 5 motifs or like the Arcana or anything like that on it. It's just like it's like generically just black and red themed. And I'm like, well, this sucks. So yeah, I'd say I think Persona fans right now need to be more ready for they mentally they need to be more prepared that 4 Revival is the next big thing in the franchise, and then we're gonna move on to whatever's next, whether that be 6 or 1 and 2 ground up remake. That's one thing I think I've seen a lot of people ask for is 1 and 2 ground up remakes. I don't know how you would do that, because 1 and 2 ground up remakes just wouldn't, they would be more Shin Megami Tensei than they would Persona, modern Persona at least. Like, they've already kind of tried that one after Persona 3 came out with the PSP remakes, where they just changed some of the aesthetic and the music to try to reflect modern Persona more. And to my understanding, those weren't crazy well received. And like the games are not built around the calendar system, which is like half of what makes modern Persona as widely popular as it is. You could maybe change the combat, but that almost feels like you're getting away from you're trying to run especially far away from their identity as pretty much Shin Megami Tensei spin-offs, which feels a little bit scummy for the legacy of Persona 1 and 2. I almost feel like it would be better to treat them more as Shin Megami Tensei remakes. Like, develop them, instead of developing them to be more like modern Persona, develop them to be more like modern Shin Megami Tensei in terms of using its engine. Like, I almost think it would be better to avoid, say, all-out attacks and the modern the modern like T.H.E system, for example, or the in Persona 5 Royale was the Showtime attacks. Like I don't think they should get the Reload revival treatment. I think they should get we should probably see something newer. Like they should get the SMT 5 treatment. The old soundtrack and made half as many songs. Yeah, that was my understanding of it. I don't know how the Persona 2 remakes on PSP fared. I haven't heard as much about them, but I've heard that the Persona 1 PSP remake, that was its issue. And a lot of people, the only reason you go there as an American player is because you didn't have access to the fan translation of the original, and you wanted access to the Ice Queen route? Yeah, they also did something really weird and fucked worldwide, because they released the first part of Persona 2 in the States. They did, because they had the weird localization. But then the Persona 2 remake, instead of releasing both parts in the States, they released the second part and only the second part. So they didn't release the first part to see how well it would sell stateside. They just decided, we're just only going to release the second half with a localization that is completely out of touch with the original localization, so they don't match up very well as one game and a sequel. But you don't have the remake, a more faithful remake of the first game to jump into the second game from. So no matter what, it's like you were better off waiting to see fan translations. It's really weird. I think the Persona 2 remakes are really weird. For PSP ports remake-ish. PSP had some interesting port remakes where it's like they're not ports, they are remakes, but they're remakes more like how you would make the game today if you were still making a 2D game. It was almost like making a modern indie game out of a classic 2D game. There's a couple ones like that. Like they did that with the Final Fantasies 4 and 6 got that. I think 6 got that. I know 4 did. I know for a fact 4 did, and it was like a really, really impressive one with a lot of extra content to it. I don't remember if 6 might not have gotten that. So yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I need to... Atlas USA decided on localizing P2 Eternal Punishment or Persona 4 Golden. So they chose Golden because Innocent Sin PSP didn't sell very well anyways. Interesting. Alright, well, I will see you guys on Saturday for a much longer Persona 3 Reload stream. So yeah, I'll see you guys then, and we'll probably have plenty to chat about by then FGO side, I'm sure. Because I think by then the event will have launched. Alright, see you guys.